By the end of this video, you'll know the shocking truth about horse slaughter in America because you've been lied to about it for years. While the government, media, and even trusted nonprofits keep downplaying, dismissing, or outright ignoring the crisis, horses are dying at devastating hidden rates. The real numbers concealed, the loopholes exploited, the cost paid in blood by innocent animals with no voice. This is the same crisis whistleblowers have tried to expose for over a decade, only to be silenced, censored, or shut out. But today, we're breaking the silence and exposing what you've been lied to about all along. Because once you see the truth, you won't look away, and more importantly, you won't want to. Since the ASPCA and the Humane World of Animals closed the American slaughterhouses down in 2007, over 2 million 2 million, 2 million horses, equine, horses, donkeys, mini donkeys, horses, draft horses, thoroughbred horses, off-the-track thoroughbred horses have gone across the border to be inhumanely tortured, maimed, and murdered. And I would like to say that the blood of those 2 million horses are on the hands of all the people that works at the ASPCA and all the people that have worked or owned or founded the Humane World of Animals, the Humane Society of the United States. The blood of all those 2 million horses are on their hands. But the reason I say that is because here's a big nonprofit that the focus is on greed. They chose to lobby hard and close those American slaughterhouses down, which is stupid because they didn't come in with a plan. There's no future plan. When someone says, "Well, what are you going to do with the horses? Where are all the horses going to go because you're closing the American slaughterhouses down?" Right then and there, they should have had a plan. They did not come in with a plan. That's why those 2 million horses that died since that happened. It's not the fact that they died. It was the fact that they went to slaughter in Mexico and Canada that has no guidelines to slaughter horses. There's no rules and regulations for them to follow. So they do it the most inhumane way ever. That's why that's the problem. So, before I move on, I want to make sure that you know that if you give money to those 2 big organizations, you might want to stop. Especially if you love your horses or any horses. But the deeper I dug, the darker it got. Laws ignored, suffering hidden. A government that looked and continues to look the other way. But what I found next will haunt you as it did me. This video really wouldn't be complete without me telling my story. Because not everyday people do videos about horse slaughter or horse rescue. My channel, Solution Horse, is a friendly channel. And knowing that, I will not ever post anything that might give you nightmares. Because when I started researching everything, I had so many nightmares and I cried so much because I couldn't believe what was happening over the border in Mexico and Canada to America's horses. I mean, gosh, country musicians write songs about it. Reba McEntire wrote a song after her father died called "Damn Horses." Willie Nelson, he rescues horses going to slaughter. He has 75 on his ranch in Luck, Texas. He wrote a song called "Ride Them Back Home" about the history of horses. Tim McGraw wrote a song about a Palomino horse. Rolling Stones wrote a song about after their lead guitarist or drummer was going through a divorce, he wrote a song about grief regarding a horse. And there's thousands of other people writing songs about horses. So obviously, horses in America are not what pigs are in America. Unfortunately, horses in America represent something to each and every one of us. I know for me, a wild Mustang saved me from PTSD. And pretty much cured my PTSD after I got out of the Navy. So that's what that female Mustang did for me. But I also know that Mustangs and wild horses and thoroughbred horses and any equine, even donkeys, because donkeys are equine, and mini horses, they all have the distinct ability to cure and treat all our mental health. Imagine if there was a horse ranch and horse rescue in every single corner of the United States. If there was a horse ranch or a horse rescue in every single corner in the United States, there'll be no mental health issues. None whatsoever. I can guarantee that for a fact. So why was our horses in America going to slaughter? Yeah, I didn't know. But I know now. God didn't create horses for slaughter. He made them symbols of strength, glory, and protection. Subscribe now and keep watching, because the truth is brutal and we're done staying silent. Imagine being crammed into a tight trailer with no room to move. There's blood on the floor, everyone's crying, and no one's coming to help you. And this isn't a horror movie. This is where how horses are transported to slaughter, thousands and thousands of miles. I will never post anything regarding horses being slaughtered or how they're killed. Because you and your children, if you watch this video with your children, but I'm hoping you don't, they'll have nightmares for years to come. Everyone has an imagination. So if I say something, you should get a picture in your head. You're gonna, and that your imagination will be doing flip-flops or somersaults when I start talking about how horses are inhumanely killed in Mexico and Canada, and that the ASPCA and the Humane World of Animals had a choice to stop it, but they didn't. I don't think people realize how inhumane, evil, disgusting this is going on with American horses. Oh, God. This is, this is how they. This is how they kill the equines. And some of them are pregnant, and they have the baby right there. And the horses all see each other being killed, tortured, maimed. They slit their throats. They put nails into their spine to paralyze them. They do a bolt in their head, which is 85% not healthy. 85% of the time they put a bolt in their head, they don't die. 95% of the horses are strung up, still alive, and skinned while they're alive in front of their families, in front of their babies. See how evil this is? I've never donated to the Humane Society or the SPCA, and they are responsible for what's happening right now with the horses. No matter where the horses are going, they are responsible. And stop sending your money to a company that does this. Stop it. It's a corrupt pipeline. And there's so many illegal nonprofits out there that say they're nonprofits. They're not even nonprofits. You cannot unsee the truth. It's because, oh, what a tangle of web we weave when we choose to deceive. ASPCA and the Humane World of Animals has been deceiving you for well over 20 years and maybe even more, because the reason to shut down the horse slaughterhouses was a ploy, was a con. Number one con. Because they said, oh, we're going to do this to protect our horses in America, but they didn't come in with a plan to help stop the slaughter of horses going over the border. And they did that to con you, because they said, oh, we're going to do something good, because this way people are going to donate more money to us. So Stopping the slaughter of horses in 2006, when they shut down the slaughter of horses, would have stopped the money train. But pretending they're stopping the horses from going to slaughter, brings in money, right? So if they stopped the slaughter of horses way back when, 20 years ago, the money trail would have ended. But pretending they're doing it, the money rolls in. That's deceit. So be careful when you send your money unknowingly to companies that are conning you, that are deceiving you, because it's all about greed. Horses have carried us into battle and healed our hearts. They deserve more than our silence. They deserve justice. If you're still here, thank you. You're part of the solution. Stand for the voiceless. Stand for truth. Stand for every horse, donkey, and animal. We end this only when we stop being fooled and start demanding better. Subscribe now. Join me in showcasing the real animal rescues across America, making every donation count.